Hi, and welcome to Sensory Percussion 2 Drum School, your guide to the software component of the Sensory Percussion sound system. In this video, we're going to go over how to route audio from an analog audio source into Sensory Percussion. This analog audio source could be a microphone, guitar, a synth, or even a phone or another computer. Using the 4 analog inputs on the Evans Portal interface, audio from any of these devices can be routed into the software and be processed alongside the other sounds in your set. You can even add effects to them and control parameters of those effects with your playing. The first step is to connect your analog audio device to the Evans Portal. The input that you connect to depends on the device you're using. Most microphones will connect to the XLR mic inputs on the front of the portal, while instruments like a keyboard can connect to the 1/4-inch line inputs on the back of the portal. If you're wondering which input to use, please consult the Sunhouse user manual. Once you have your device physically connected, open up the Hardware Inputs panel on the bottom. In this hardware panel, we can see that there are 2 drum sensor inputs, kick and a snare. I'm going to create another hardware input by going to this plus button and selecting the analog input icon. Now I'll give this a name. I'm going to be using a synth, and I can change the icon to reflect that. Now I'll go to the input channel dropdown and select the physical input that I have it connected to, which in this case is mic/line A. So now when I play the synth, we should see signal on this hardware input. So now we have audio coming from the synth into our analog hardware input. We can see that it's not going to our outputs, which is why we don't hear it. In order to send the audio to our hardware outputs, we first need to bring it into our current set. And just creating this analog hardware input doesn't automatically do that. So to bring the synth audio into our set, we need to pull in an audio insert generator from the library. I'm going to drag it onto a new layer. Once we've done this, all we have to do is match the input channel of this module to that of the hardware input, which is analog 1. Now we can hear the synth and we see signal in all 3 places: hardware input, the insert inside of our set, and our hardware outputs. And a quick tip about audio inserts: pulling one into your set will only add that analog input's audio to that particular set. So if I play the synth and then move to the next set, we won't hear it anymore. But if we want to hear this synth in every set in our entire session, we don't have to add an insert to every set. I can just take this audio insert and go to the global set and paste it there. Now, no matter which set I have open, we'll be able to hear this synth. Even if we're not processing this synth audio at all, connecting it as an analog input is still helpful for monitoring multiple sources through a single output. With all the inputs available on the Evans Portal, you could monitor your entire band through it. But another reason to do this is to add effects and assignments to this analog audio layer so that we can control different aspects of this audio with our playing. So I'm going to open the effects panel and let's add a delay. Let's hear what that sounds like. I'm going to turn up the dry wet and the feedback so we can really hear it. And now I'm going to add an assignment to the delay time. So I've created a speed assignment with the snare as the source. Now I'm just going to adjust the sensitivity. Now the faster that I play the snare, the longer the delay. So using an assignment on delay is one fun way of getting cross control between your drums and your analog audio. But another fun one is to add a filter to this analog audio. Now when I move the cutoff all the way down, we barely hear it. If I add an assignment to this cutoff, I'm going to make it an envelope and set the source to kick and just adjust the attack and decay. Now we only hear the synth when I play the kick, just momentarily. This can be a really fun one. As you can see, analog audio inputs in Sensory Percussion 2 allow you to bring all your sounds into one place where they can interact with each other. So whether you're just adding a couple drum overheads or you're doing a full band show with vocals and synths, this feature can improve your workflow and add that extra bit of spice to your set. For more details on analog inputs, check out the Sunhouse user manual. Keep an eye out for more tutorials, and thanks for watching.